The other one, which I thought was the most interesting, is what if someone's a bad guest? What if I invite someone over and they're just like terrible, and it just turns out to be a nightmare of a time, and I wish I hadn't invited them over because all they wanted to do was argue about Trump or argue about this or argue about everything. The problem with that objection is just this: if you're a Christian, that you and I were estranged and alienated, and we were welcomed by God. In other words, you and I, by nature and by choice, are bad guests. We started as bad guests. And let me ask you this: I can only speak for myself, but have you ever been an ungrateful or a bad guest at the table that God has set before you? I have. And what Paul is saying here is, I get it. It's going to cost you money, might cost you time. They might even be bad guests. Matthew Henry, who's like an old school commentator, basically made the comment. He says, if Jesus can bear the reproach of the wicked, you certainly can bear with the failings of a person sitting across from you at the table. So, have you been ungrateful? I have. And when Paul says to accommodate or welcome the stranger, what he's getting at is he's not asking us to do anything that God hasn't done. He isn't asking us to do anything that Jesus hasn't done.